Hello and welcome to the second video on installing the Operations Manager appliance, the vRealize Operations Manager appliance from VMware. As you recall from the first video, we installed this thing on a very small footprint on an Apple Mac Pro server on ESXi 6.0 that only had about 12 gigs of memory and very little storage. So we found that the appliance came up, and here you can see the IP address is 192.168.1.133. It grabbed it right from my DHCP server, so on the little Wi-Fi, so downstairs. So that's what happened there. So anyway, let's put that into the browser on the Mac, on Firefox here, and see how it goes. So as usual, we need to accept a certificate. So let's accept it. I never store these permanently because I found there's problems with that, so I just say confirm it, but I don't keep a certificate on this computer permanently. Okay, redirecting to the Operations Manager. Well, here is a nice, pretty looking UI. So it looks like it's going to continue the installation here. Express installation, new installation, expand. Well, Express probably takes defaults. We are a new installation, so let's try this. And now we have a getting started page, new cluster. Well, I'm definitely not going to be a cluster as a master node. So it looks like all we do is get started, administer password, choose certificate, deployment, and ready to complete. So let's see if we can get through this. We've read no documentation. We're just kind of blasting through it. I'm going to make this thing password of admin. It's not secure, but this is in my home lab. So we're going to go with admin. Retype it. Just for now. So if we drop this task, the password's pretty easy. Okay, that's not going to work. I have to use a complicated password, so I'm going to use bang. Admin bang with a capital A, D-M-I-N, A-D-M-I-N, and then a 1 after it. How's that? Bang. I always find if you get capitals in here and some letters, make it long, it doesn't mess up, and it works. So I'll probably forget this password, but hey, there it is. Okay, choose a certificate. Use the default. My gosh, yes, I'm using a default here. Cluster master node name. So what am I going to call this thing? Oh, I don't know. Let's just call it something. Call it vRealize for a cluster master name. vRealize node, I suppose. NTP server. Wouldn't you know, those aren't handy. It looks like I'm not going to get away without one. I know there's one at ucsd.edu. Let's find that one out, right? Okay, we'll do a ping. Ping of time.ucsd.edu. There's my server right there for NTP 132.239 1.5. Let's copy this 132.239 1.5. Do a copy on that. Paste it into this guy here. Okay, add it. There it is. I don't have one in my house, but hopefully that'll have a gateway and get through. Let's do it. Ready to complete. So that's a promising moniker, isn't it? So let's do a finish on this. Let's see if we get to a login. vRealize Operations Manager Administration. Preparing node for first use. Well, that's rather nice of it. I wonder if it's going to put us into a logged in state, or it's going to kick us off to a log page. I understand the default password for this thing is root The username is root and the password is VMware, so we'll see if we need to do that or whether it's going to leave us logged in here. As my ESXi 6.0 host is humble, it's a humble Apple Pro server. However, it does have 12 cores in it. I think this thing only used 4 cores. Okay, that's interesting. So it's giving me the role here. It's saying it's not running, not started. So here we can start this thing up. So let's start up the vRealize Operations Manager and see if this will go. Before starting, first time, clusters, adequate number of nodes. Well, we're not going to run a cluster. To add a node, use web browser. Gosh, we're so humble here. We are so humble. Okay, we'll do a yes on this guy and start it up. vRealize node is not running yet. Going online here, as you can see, we're going online, so it's probably chomping on some CPU here, I bet. Going online. We should take a peek at the CPU, shouldn't we, to see what this thing's doing on the ESXi system. Let's see if we can bring Windows back up here. There's Windows, and there's the brunt of our appliance running here. I don't want to mess that up. That's actually a console window, which I can probably close now, right? Let's minimize the console window. Okay, here's our footprint here on ESXi 6.0. Let's take a look at, okay, our memory is going down, isn't it? Let's look at our CPU here and see how much this thing is chomping. Performance, memory, we want to see CPU. So, yeah, it's up to 100% almost again. Looks like the CPU is backing off now when this thing's starting up. Take a look at the disk here. Disk is not busy at all. This thing's an SSD, so memory footprint's going down. So apparently the balloon went down on it. It only needs about 2 gig right now to run. Let's see if this thing's going yet. What's going on the web browser here? Okay, well, it still says going online. So we'll stop this video now and start a new one once we get some online activity. Give it another second here and see if we can have anything interesting for you. Okay, look at this. So we're logged on as admin. Do you see the admin here? So it says we're admin. So probably, yeah, we're admin. People are saying to log on this thing with root and VMware. Let's try that in the next video. Thanks for watching now, and I hope this helped you out. Have a great day.